And they want me to give that up for an electric car? You out of your fucking mind. Morons. Welcome everybody to the Gorlitz High Performance Garage channel. Yes, my place is a fucking mess. Yes, it's a mess. But it's a messy place with all my toys. Literally. And I mean literally. So everybody just kind of sitting here on a Saturday. I'm kind of treasuring the time off. Shaved my fucking head this morning. Yeah. It's kind of itchy still. But yes. Just goes to show you how out of touch Washington politicians are with the average working man. And just goes to show you how much those assholes have enriched themselves over the years to the point where they all have private transportation and they're getting private jets to go to climate summits. And they're slowly starting to censor our language, trying to take our free speech away, which social media has already done so. If you comment on something on Facebook, you cuss about something or call somebody a fag or something like that. So I don't mean to call them a fag because I think they're homosexual. It's a completely different meaning. When you call somebody a fag or you call something gay, that doesn't mean that you're talking about a homosexual. You're not talking about two guys that enjoy each other's company sexually. You're talking about something that is completely fucking stupid. And I don't know what else to call it other than, like a car that I don't like that's got a bunch of shit stuck all over it from AutoZone, like an AutoZone puked all over it. Shit like that, I call it gay. Or if you're, somebody who cuts you off in traffic or whips in and out of traffic on the freeway to get no further ahead than what they was before, they're a bunch of fucking fags. That's the terminology I use. And me and my friends, we understand that. That's how we talk. But anyway, I just figured that I'd give this bitch a start up. And just kind of sitting around here doing a whole lot of nothing and lifted weights. Over here, just thought I'd watch a little bit of shit on TV. Oh, wow. Oh, my. That is fucking sweet. There's a 68 to 72 model Nova on this video I'm watching. Sits all high up all the way around. Man, looks tough. I like that too. I like I like my cars sitting up, like I'm sitting high. I like my pickups low. I can't help it. It's just what I'm into. But everybody, I don't have a whole lot. It's our, this is the night of our company Christmas party, which I'll be leaving here at 4:30 to go to. It's usually a pretty good party. Lots of food. There's prizes. There's, all this shit like that. They give you shirts and stuff all the time, and shit like that. Shirts, hats, whatever. That's what they gave the other time. I didn't get to go last year because it was 34 below zero here last year around this time. And I couldn't go because I had troubles over at my house. We didn't have any electric. I had to tend to a kerosene heater, which will cook you the fuck out over here. I got one big enough. Oh my God, it'll make you sit there and sweat down the crack of your ass, sitting in the living room looking at it, watching it go. So it's pretty hot. I have it on standby all the time. I have her ready to go all the time. She's full of fuel, ready for any kind of situation I have here. Because I have electric heat, and I used to have a kerosene furnace over there, but I ripped it out because the kerosene is just insanely expensive. I mean, it is just fucking out of control. When I first bought a kerosene heater, kerosene was 76 cents a gallon. It is now like almost $12 a gallon for fucking clear, plain kerosene. Now, if that ain't fucking ridiculous, I don't know what the fuck is. That is craziness. That is pure fucking crazy shit right there. That is assholes with no oversight that they're letting get out of control. These motherfuckers need reined in. Propane, same fucking way. Now, I pay for my gas grill out there. I can get a new bottle. If I don't have one to exchange, I can get a new one. A new one now is $40. The last time I bought a new one, it was $20. Now it's $20 to exchange it. But if you're smart, you can go to your local southern states and fill it up for $15. Or, no, I think it's $10. You can fill them up. And this way that you're getting it all. You're filling it completely up because you're doing it yourself. You're not getting fucked. Because you're not Superman. You can't see through the fucking bottle, see how much propane you got. But my parents went to propane heat, and it didn't take my dad too long to start cutting wood, because he was paying $800, $900 a month to heat his house in the wintertime with propane. If that isn't fucking insanity. And then he cut it back. We started cutting a bunch of wood, started helping him out, cutting and splitting wood so he could burn mostly wood all the time. Well, he got a letter from the propane company telling him that he had to start using at least 800 gallon a month of propane. And that's like $1,400 worth of fucking propane. He told them to go fuck themselves. He said, if you don't like it, come get your fucking tank. They never did come get it, but these companies, they got you by the nuts, and they know it. But luckily, there's other heat sources you can go with. Because, I mean, a lot of people think that, when they buy propane, I'll just have my water heater. I'll have a propane water heater. I'll have a propane stove. I have propane air conditioning in the summertime. These are things that have to stay lit all the time. And plus, in the wintertime comes you're using your furnace too. And that'll have to stay lit all the time. You can put that out. You can put them all out in the summertime. But the point of it is by the time, people say, oh, I'll save on electric. Not really. Because the electric company will estimate your reading. They'll go into last year, into the previous year, and say, oh, well, they used this much this month. Well, this is what we're going to charge them again. And if you see that on the bill, you can take a picture of your meter and send it to them, and they'll correct it. But really, if you're not into doing that, which most people aren't, and they know this, because they don't have a meter guy come to read your meter too often. Now that they're all digital, all he has to do is pull up to your driveway, points his gun at it, and it takes the reading directly. Now, whether it's accurate or not, we don't know. I would say it's probably inaccurate. And they just write it on there enough to run one up your fucking ass. Because that's the name of the game today, right? Am I right? Am I right or not? Leave a comment down there whether you think I'm right or wrong. Because I think I'm right. Because right now, scams are running rampant. There's so many scams. And the government's just letting it go. All these federal agencies are letting these scams just get out of control. And now, it's to the point where you can't get on Facebook and scroll that you're not running onto a scam of some kind. There's always a weight loss scam on there. There's always another scam of, oh, I bought my daughter this fucking piece of jewelry and it had a note on it and it shows this little girl face palm and like she's crying. Bullshit. Give me that fucking bullshit. Fuck you. You suck a fucking dick, you motherfucking bastards. Bunch of shit. And then there's other scams on there. There's a whole bunch. My personal favorite is the scammers that go out and steal profile pictures of these real good looking women that have big fake fucking tits and hard nipples and great big fat asses. And then they put them on your comments. If you make a comment on somebody who is like a, I don't know what you'd call it, somebody that's like a public figure. I'm follow a couple public figures on there, and when I leave comments on there, I'll get these scammers, and there'll be a fake profile picture of like a porn star on there, like Angela White, the porn star. Hey, sexy, I was trying to send you a friend request, but for some reason, it didn't go through. So, can you send me a friend request, and we can chat, and we can get to know each other, and probably meet up and hook up. You're so handsome. I like what you put on here. I like the stuff that you post on here. It's so refreshing. It's like, fuck you. Now that's 4 commercials now. 4 commercials. 4 commercials. 4. YouTube, you're getting bad. You're getting horrible. I gotta sit through 4 fucking advertisements before I can watch a video? You pricks. Fuck you guys. Anyway, they have these scammers on there. And it's not the person in the picture. It's probably some fat fuck sitting in her mom's basement who ain't never fucking been laid, trying to get money off of you. Then they try to extort money from you. Another one is the ones that send you, like, do a face call with you. They'll break onto your messenger, or if you're like, accept their friend request, they'll break onto your messenger and they'll send you a FaceTime call, which is fake. It's not really them. It's a recording. And they'll sit there and, they'll sit there, get their titties out and start fingering themselves. Oh my God, join me. Join me. I'm so horny. I love you. Oh, you're so hot, this, that, and the other. And what they want you to do is they want you to get your dick out and start jerking off. and show them. And then they'll blackmail you. They'll tell you that they're going to send it to all your friends on Facebook. And it's like, you can't. You don't have access to my shit on there. You can't do it. So, how are you going to do it? Then they send you threats and stuff like that. One time they wanted a picture of my dick. So I went online and I got a dick picture and I sent it to them. And they're like, "Oh, we're going to send these to everybody you know." Ha ha. It's like, how would they know it was me anyway? I don't get it. But anything to blackmail you, "Oh, you got to send me $3,000 or a month or everybody's going to know." Fuck you. Yeah, I had somebody do that. They turned around, they tried to scam me when I sent them the dick pic that wasn't mine. I sent it to them. But I know a couple people that did the jerk off thing, and they tried to blackmail them, and they just blocked them. All you do is block them. And they have nothing. They have nothing on you. They got a video of you, of your dick, or of you jerking off or whatever. I mean, I had to get some shit out from under my fingernails. It's kind of falling apart. But anyway, too much information there. Anyhow, Facebook is like one of the big ones for scamming. Instagram's another one. TikTok's another one. What else? Snapchat is a big one. They're really scamming on that motherfucker there. I get friend requests from people on Snapchat, which I'm hardly ever on. I get on there every once in a while. But my Instagram, there's scammers there that I'm deleting like 150 daily when I get on there. And then you get all these followers that are fake, have fake profile pictures, and telling you how sexy you are and how in love with you they are. It's like, you don't fucking know me, bitch. What the fuck? You don't fucking know me. The fuck, Jesus. Fucking Christ. Well, everybody. This is what I have for you. If you like it, fine. If not, I don't care. But like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please comment. I like the comments. Some people get carried away with comment. I don't know if they're jealous or if they're just being assholes. But I get a whole bunch of them. Not really a whole bunch. I get some of them, like on the GTO videos. People want to see you have a catastrophic failure. They want to see you back that car out on the road and dump the clutch and spin the tires and watch shit fly to pieces. The trouble is with that car, with the Judge, my dad's Judge, is it wheel hops really bad. As he backed it out on the road here like 3 years ago, revved it up, dumped the clutch. The son of a bitch thrashed and bounced around so fucking bad. One of the front tires was coming off the ground. It was bouncing so bad. And what happened, he busted a shock on the back, took that fucker clear off, split it in half. Busted the transmission mount. The cross member bolts busted into one side. It had the drive shaft up in the floor hitting. The linkages were pinned against the floorboards and he couldn't get it out of second gear. So yeah, that was awesome. As he brought it back to the house and he said, it's making some noises and I can't get it out of second gear. So we put it on the lift and saw the carnage. So if you're all wondering why he doesn't go out there and burn the fucking tires off of it for your enjoyment, it's because he doesn't want to rip it to pieces. One of another big reason he doesn't is because he's 72. I mean, he's just about thrown in the towel on the fucking car. He hates working on it now. He's just that age where he wants to spend his time doing other things. I mean, he keeps the car up just fine. He would like to paint it again, but I don't think he's got the money. He wanted to take it somewhere and have somebody put a real nice paint job on it. I think the paint job that we put on it looks pretty good. There's a couple spots, because over the years, it was the early 2000s when we painted it, and it has some wear on it. Just like my Chevelle here, it's got chips in it. I've knocked most of them chips in it myself because I'm a clumsy idiot. But that's why I have this truck right here, because I don't care. If somebody chips paint on it or, accidentally hits their door into it, it's not a huge deal. I can touch it up and I don't care. But about that, come to think of that, I was getting groceries in Grandma last night. The old LTD. Sitting there waiting on my groceries to come out. So I did a grocery order like I do every Friday. A young kid in a late 90s Camaro parks next to me. Mind you, this car is pretty nice, this Camaro. Looked good anyway. He gets out and runs his door into my fucking quarter panel. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? I revved the car up at him. He looked back and I was like, what are you doing? The little motherfucker walks away like he didn't do nothing. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, it's your loss. You chipped the paint on your own fucking car. Because I can guarantee you didn't chip it on this old bastard. Idiot. What a dumbass. And then when he came out, I was just getting my groceries loaded in the car. He comes out, gets in his Camaro because he wasn't supposed to be parking there, but he's a lazy little asshole motherfucker. Instead, just parks there in the fucking grocery pickup parking spot closest to the building, walks in, fucks around, comes back out, and then he revs his fucking car up at me. It's like, you're totally oblivious to the fact you're an idiot millennial. You have no fucking clue. You have no common sense. You're a moron. That, unfortunately, folks, is our future right there. It's the future of our country right there. Those young millennial kids, oh my God. These kids are getting to voting age. We're in trouble. My God. But anyway, everybody. I'll let y'all go. Close this segment down. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.